What's up, guys? Today I wanted to talk to you guys about my breast augmentation. So this one's more so for the ladies, but if you're a male and you want to hear about it, perfect. So I've gotten so many questions about my BA, and honestly, when I got it done, I wasn't sure if I should open up about it on social media or just kind of whatever. Obviously, it's noticeable, so people are gonna know, and it's not like I wanted to hide it, but just kind of like talking about it on social media, I wasn't sure if it was something I wanted to do. And after talking to a few friends and a few people, you know, they encouraged me to do it. So, and I really wanted to. And the reason why is because, you know, it's a very common procedure, and so many people from young to old want it or have it. And I think it's I think it's an awesome thing to have available, and with technology and new implants and stuff, that they look very natural and there's less complications and stuff with it. But at the same time, I don't want people to look at me and think that you have to get them done or anything, you know, like I'm a pretty big influencer through social media, that as soon as I promote something or kind of suggest something, I get hundreds of messages about it, of people saying that they tried it or that they did it, or like thanking me for suggesting to do it. And so realizing that I have that big of an impact on people, I just sometimes want to be careful of what I put out there, as I don't want things to be taken the wrong way or go negative or whatever. So I'm really happy that I opened up about it, and the positive feedback that I have gotten is just unbelievable. And honestly, I haven't heard, like, no one said anything negative to me. I'm sure that people have things to say behind my back or whatever, but I really don't care, because I did it for me, and I'm extremely happy with my decision. So you know, I don't feel the need to have to justify why I got them, but honestly, my entire life I've never had boobs. I basically have been between an A and a B cup my entire life, and if anyone knows me, partially because I've always been like a tomboy, and I've always been like athletic, that I've always just worn sports bras. But you know, I go into Victoria's Secret or go into a normal, like a bra store, and I don't fit any of the bras, even ones that I'm supposed to be. Say I try on an A cup, because I am an A cup, and my boobs would fill out to about here, and then it wouldn't fill out the rest of the bra. And so it was very, very frustrating. I hated bra shopping. Like, I hated wearing normal bras. I never wore them. I'd either go braless with shirts or just wear a sports bra, or like I found this one strapless bra that fit me for a bit, but when I get super lean, it does not fit. So that's another thing, is with competing, I get extremely lean, and I don't have any boobs. So it's not necessarily something that I've been like self-conscious about with my physique, but my entire life I would try on things, and I would just be like, I just wish that I had bigger boobs to fill it out. And it just, you know, is something that I've been pondering my entire life. And back when I played soccer, I didn't really feel the need to get it done. Like, why would I want big boobs when I'm playing soccer, really, right? But after I was finished, it's something I've been contemplating for quite a few years. So finally made the decision. Last December, I went for a consult. I researched and found the surgeon that I ended up going to. Heard great things, great feedback, saw pictures, and I highly recommend doing your research. Talk to people. I talked to probably 20 to 30 women who have their breasts done, and I asked questions, heard about like what they had gotten done, who they had seen, how the recovery was, like all these questions, and so I kind of knew what I was getting into. So after my year of competing last year, I decided to make a consult in December, and went to Calgary. And the moment I left that office, I was like, I know this is what I want, and I know this surgeon I want to go with. He He is absolutely amazing. Very, very nice person. His entire office, he owns his own surgeon like clinic that they do the surgery out of. It's not even at the hospital. And like all his nurses, the excuse me, I have a cold. The front desk person, like the anesthesiologist, all of like everyone that I talked to genuinely seemed happy to be there. They obviously treat their employees very good, and everyone was so nice and welcoming that I just felt like this is the right place to go. So I think I'm very good at reading people's character and what kind of people they are. So I just felt like that was the right decision. So I ended up going to Calgary to McLeod Trail Plastic Surgery, and I went to Dr. Paul Whidden. His father actually was a plastic surgeon and kind of passed down the family kind of business or tradition or whatever to his son. So it's kind of cool to see that it's like a family long-term thing that they've been doing. And actually the anesthesiologist, he's like, "You're my 70-some thousandth client." And I'm like, holy shit, like, how long have you been working with Dr. Paul Whidden? And he's like, well, actually I've been working with his dad since he started. So he literally has been around in that clinic for years, and he must love it to like stick around for that long. And he was very, very nice man, very, very funny, and like just kept you relaxed and stuff. So went to Paul Whidden in Calgary, and after my consult, they're like, yeah, we could get you in January. And I was like, holy shit, I didn't realize I'd be able to get in that soon. And I was like, you know what, let's do it. Like, I'm ready for this. So I went, I got it done, and I'm 100% happy with my decision. I have zero regrets on doing it. So the only thing is the recovery of like not being able to do certain exercises. That's the only thing that sucks, but it's worth it. It's 100% worth it. So I ended up getting 415 cc's, so that's the volume. And it ended up being, I'm about a 34 D cup, but I do notice they're getting smaller as I'm leaning out now. I've dropped just over 10 pounds already since I got surgery 6 weeks ago, so they will start to kind of get smaller, which is okay. But the size honestly turned out perfect, and it's what he suggested. It's the biggest size that he could fit within me, which I know is a lot bigger than some people, and everyone that I talked to said, go bigger, you'll regret it if you don't. And I was always like, should I? I'm so happy I went with the bigger size. I don't think that it looks really unnatural on me, and I trusted Paul to give me a good good feedback on what would look good on my body, and he did. And so basically they tell you like how many cc's you can hold, like if you should go high, medium, or low profile. I went high profile, so that means they sit a little higher. He only does under the breast fold, so that's incisions underneath here. And he only does under the muscle. So if you're looking at over the muscle, he probably wouldn't be someone to go to. But I think under the muscle is the way to go because it looks a lot more natural. But I mean, if you do over the muscle, whatever, it's your decision. But that was just kind of my opinion. I just think that they look a little better when you go under the muscle. But it is a more extensive recovery because you're basically stretching your muscles out. So when I went for my surgery, Alyssa, my friend, roommate, client, came with me to Calgary. So nice of her to take work off to come with me. And yeah, so they gave me a like a kind of pre-anesthetic kind of thing, like pill, so made me kind of relaxed. They took me into the room. One of my friends had told me about hers and said that she went into this like room with this like metal bed, was like completely naked, laid there, was freezing cold. It was like so like dark, and like that's what I'm like imagining going in, and it was not. It was like I go in, it's this bright room, it has this really comfy bed with blankets, it was so warm, and like I laid down and like they kind of strapped my arms in, and they had music playing, and the anesthesiologist was like, do you like my music? It's so like upbeat and stuff. So I was like, yeah, it's good. And then they started putting the mask on me, and the nurses were all super nice, and they're asking me questions. And then he's like, sweet dreams. And then before I knew it, all of a sudden my eyes were like going back, and I fell asleep, and all of a sudden I woke up and literally felt like 5 minutes. And I remember when I woke up, I looked at the clock and I'm like, am I done? And he's like, yeah, you're done. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm like, that was 5 minutes. And he's like, no, that was like 45 minutes to an hour procedure. Like, you're all done. I'm like, holy shit. Like, and I was just laughing. I couldn't believe it was over with already. So I laid there for about an hour. They let me kind of wake up, and they gave me a few different pain meds. Like, I was on, oh shoot, I can't remember what it's called. They gave me a narcotic, so it makes you like very sleepy. And then they gave me another like kind of like anti-inflammatory one. And I took those two for about 3 days, and then I didn't feel like I really needed them anymore. And then they gave me some sleeping pills, which really helped because you would sleep on your back. I probably slept on my back for about a month. I can now sleep on my side finally. And then they gave me antibiotics that I had to finish those pills out just to prevent infection. And they gave me some like kind of like nausea prescription stuff, and also a stool softener because you get constipated. So yeah, so those were all the drugs that I was on. I was pretty out of it, but like, to be honest, everyone told me that I was gonna be out for like a week, and like just like out, like not even being able to do anything. Like friends of mine were like, oh, like my boyfriend had to wipe my butt for me, or like so-and-so had to wash my hair for me, or like cook for me, or whatever. And honestly, like, I was fine. Like, my friend Veronica came up to Saskatoon and visited me 2 days post-op, and we went to the mall, and she was helping me try on bras and stuff. But yeah, overall, like, everything was manageable. I couldn't really open doors. I was like T-Rex arms trying to open doors and like grab things and stuff. But overall, it was, honestly, I can't complain with my surgery. I think I'm pretty fortunate and pretty lucky. Dr. Whidden said that my recovery was quite better than like 90% of people. So I think it's partly like positivity of your mind, my stubbornness, and I have a very high pain tolerance, and just like the healthy lifestyle that I live, I think as well, just played a huge role in it. So that first week after, I was a little drugged up and whatnot and couldn't drive and just felt so confined to my house. But after that, like within the next week, I was up and at it and doing things, drove to Regina and visited friends and people. And then within like 10 days post-op, I was doing cardio. And 12 days post-op, I was already doing legs. And then the next day I did some shoulders. I was able to do some lateral and front raises. That's pretty much it. But as time went on, I quickly was able to do some rowing, especially with cables. Front lateral raises are fine. I could shoulder press like very light. Now I can shoulder press pretty much normal. About a week ago, I was lifting with a friend, and I tried pull-ups and like put it on like the assisted, like very heavy, so that I would like barely be lifting anything. Grabbed onto the bar, and as soon as I went, I was like, no, let go. Felt like everything was gonna rip apart. I was like, frick, not doing that again. So like anything like chest stuff, like even, oh my gosh, so today I had my first bath in like 4 months. Went into the bathtub, and like our bathtub's actually pretty deep, and got in, having my bath, and then it was done. And usually like to get out of the bathtub, I like push myself up or like push on the ground or anything. I was like sitting there, I was like, oh fuck, how am I gonna get out of the bathtub? I thought I was gonna be stuck in there all day. I couldn't push myself up. I can't even, if I wanted to push off of where I'm sitting right now, like I can't do that still because you're using those muscles. And I literally like, and it was too like, it wasn't wide enough. I was like trying to get on my knees and like get myself up. It probably took me 10 minutes to get out of the bathtub this morning. So, note to self, even if you're healed and ready to have a bath, be prepared to like not be able to get yourself out. So that was a little bit scary. There's things that I'll still go to do and then I'll forget, because like for the most part I feel good. Like pushing myself up, or like I was trying to demonstrate something and I went to like kind of lower myself. I was like, oh shit, can't do that still. So still am restricted in some instances, but for the most part, I don't feel like it's holding me back. And so yeah, it's been 6 weeks post-op, and I am now 6 weeks into my prep, and things are moving nicely, and it's not really affecting me. The one thing that I'm somewhat struggling with is after surgery, I was holding a lot of water, especially in my midsection, very inflamed, and I still am. It's starting to go a little bit. I'm starting to see little bits of my abs, but overall, like for how much I weigh right now, usually I can see almost a six-pack. Not like a shredded six-pack, but I can see my abs, and right now I don't. So yeah, I literally like that, like my body's changing everywhere else, but my midsection is going really slow, and it's like I feel it, I like pinch it, and I know that it's just water and not much fat. So that part, if you just so that you guys know, it does take like 2 to 3 months to really like get your body kind of back to normal and like stabilizing kind of thing. So that right there is just something to think about. My camera was overheating, so I had to give it a little break. But yeah, that's pretty much I think all that I really wanted to talk about. There's not really much else, I guess, to really say, other than recovery is going amazing. My surgeon was amazing, and yeah, I'll put kind of the details of my surgery below again, like my CCs and high profile, like that kind of stuff. I did post all this on my Instagram too, you can find it there. But please comment down below, shoot me a message on Instagram, whatever. If you have any questions at all, you know, I've had a lot of women reach out to me saying that they've been considering it and were not sure, or like thanking me for sharing it because they were like kind of ashamed of wanting to get it done and stuff like that. And there's no shame, you know, small boobs, medium boobs, large boobs, whatever, they're all beautiful. And you know, do what you want, like do what makes you happy. Like don't do it if your boyfriend says to get a boob job and you don't want one, don't do it. But if you truly want one, then do it. Like it's really your decision, your body, and what you're going to have to live with for the rest of your life. So to me, I'm all about literally doing what makes me happy. I don't give a shit what anyone else thinks, and if they don't want it, then you don't want it, you don't have to get it. So that's pretty much all that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Thank you so much for watching and for listening. And I hope that you guys liked me sharing this information. Please give the video a like and subscribe to my channel, and comment down below if you have any questions at all.